Good evening and welcome back to the Nardi Beauty and Talent Show. Tonight we have a special show. We have a packed with young talent from here right in New York. Queens, of course. And they are composed of Michael, Tommy and Christopher. Three young fellas that are practicing music for a few years. They call themselves the Pee Wee Suite. And of course they're going to play two tunes which we're going to hear. And here are the Pee Wee Suite. Let's hear it. Wonderful, wonderful. That was really fabulous. And of course, I must say that, all our movement really makes our lively music come through. Well, we want to thank everyone listening, and this is to be booked. Of course, for any booking for this young man playing, do call 421-4810, and we can arrange some booking being done by the Pee Wees. Thank you very much. Looking good is feeling good.
Here's Vincent Nardi and Fred Nardi, and this is their work.
The right shampoo, a gentle conditioner, highlight for your complexion, and a great cut for base. That's Nardi philosophy for beautiful, shiny hair.
Looking good is feeling good.
Good evening and welcome back to the show. This is a Nardi Beauty and Talent Show, and of course with us is Pee Wee Suite with the second number for us. Please.
She was the queen of the high school prom. I was the king, well into her arms. Black limousine, a fancy danced a white corsage. Her heart was ice, but her smile was large. I was the king who played the fool at the high school prom. I said I was the king who played the fool at the high school prom. She had such long gold hair and her eyes were the deep blue sea. And all through the night they was looking at nobody. Now let me tell you fellas, that's a hell of a place to be. The queen of the prom and the fool on her arm with me. She danced all night with all the other clowns. Then took her bows until her eyes sat down. Oh, the band was tight, almost as tight as me. The heart was cold, and a cold honey. Can you play the fool at the high school prom? I was the king who played the fool at the high school prom. She had such long old hair and her eyes were the deep blue sea. And all through the night they was looking at all but me. Let me tell you something, that's a hell of a place to be. I with the queen of the prom and the fool on her arm with me. I with the queen of the prom and the fool on her arm with me. I said the queen of the prom and the fool on her arm with me.
Thank you. Let's hear for Nino Tassone on the piano, Professor Nino, and of course that was Pee Wee Sweet doing their second original tune that they produced themselves. Later on we're going to be talking to Pee Wee Sweet here. Meanwhile, Michael Fontana on the corner here is doing a fabulous job on one of his models, Stephanie. So as you keep on doing that, Michael, we will cut back and forth with you so that you show us your finished product. And Fred Nardi on my left, just coming back from his vacation from Martinique. With one of those tents. Did you notice? He's getting so dark he doesn't need more makeup anymore, Nino. Did you notice?
Yeah, but
So-
it's so nice here too, because the weather's been so good here that we have missed some good weather in New York too.
Yes, of course. It's always nice to get that a little extra, 30 or 40 degrees warmer, but definitely it does feel like being in the middle of spring and fall right here, isn't that right, Nino? Great. We have with us Pee Wee Sweet sitting down with us. We're going to talk about the fact that, that kind of music, you said, it is original, the second tune, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Chris, of course, right? And then there's Michael and Tommy right here. Look at those glasses. Don't they look like one of those mean, musicians today? Tell me, how long has the band been playing together?
Well, we've been playing together since July. Just
Uh-huh.
all together since July.
And who writes the music?
It's really the two guitar players. They collaborate on most of the stuff, and I just put a beat to it.
Oh, great. So what comes first is the lyric,
No, the music usually comes
the
first.
music. So you put the music together, Chris, and then the two of them will put the words accordingly.
No, we put the music and then we all put the words.
Oh, so
They
it's
write the
really-
music and I just put a beat to it, you know.
Uh-huh. And you got a few tunes already prepared?
We got a couple, but we're mostly copy. We do other people's stuff.
Right. Who is that's basically, let's say, inspiring you the most today in the music industry?
Probably Jimi Hendrix, Eric Clapton, that sort of stuff. We really like that sort of stuff, and the old bluesmen are really inspiring us. You know, we're getting to listen to a lot of that stuff, and we like it.
The blues. The blues.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's a great feeling, you know.
Nobody
music.
else really wants to get into it when we play it at places, but you know, it's good for our heads, you know.
Yeah, and you're playing out in the city here, a few different places, aren't you?
Oh, we played on the island.
Uh-huh.
We really didn't get around to the city. Too young.
And from what I understand, all of you are basically under 17. Is that
Yes,
so?
we are.
Yes.
And you go to school, and so then you play afterwards, you practice?
Yeah, after school we get down to Mike's house and we all play.
Mike's house, and
Yeah.
Mama leaves, right? I mean,
Oh, Mama's been very good about that, you know. She just comes down and says, what are you doing? But, you know, she's all right.
yeah, isn't that amazing? Because really, to be able to put together a group, it really takes a place where you can play and where you can practice hours and hours. And usually, from what I hear, that's the biggest complaint from mothers, you know? They
Yes.
cannot take until then they become a star, and then it's fine, you know.
Also
roll-
today, it's a very important thing because this group, they cannot have a place where to practice.
Practice,
Okay.
yeah.
Instead, I know Mike family, they're very good. They have a very beautiful basement, comfortable. They can play without limit of time.
Just a place where to jam, you know. Where to jam.
Yes.
Mrs. Scalcione been very
Yeah.
good about that.
And let's not forget, of course, that Nino Tassone is the talent scout here. You know, he has listened to these boys
Yes, I
play.
have them, and really, I thought they deserve this exposure on your TV.
Well, I
Yes,
find
they
that
deserve.
they were definitely original, you know, which is very interesting today, that you would find a group of young boys that would come up and do some original music rather than copying what is happening latest, you know. Fred had a couple of questions about the reggae beat, you know. I know that he wanted to,
Well, what do you think of Bob Marley?
I mean, of course, he's
The
late,
reggae music.
late
Yeah.
Bob Marley.
We don't care much for reggae. We do admire it though, but we're mostly R&B.
And
In the blues and stuff. yeah.
acid rock, heavy influence from that.
Also,
Even-
I think you have also influence on the country western because from what I
Well,
heard.
no, we just put that country western thing together because we had to play at my school once for some folk concert, and they said if you play rock and roll, we're going to pull the curtains on you. So, you know, we don't do that stuff, but we just, you know, whipped it up for the folk
Yeah.
concert, and we figured we'd do it.
Okay.
You know, what the hell?
Yeah, it's good to be able to be doing all of different kind of music. I'm sure, like you said, reggae. You know, I think reggae is sweeping the country right now, even more than it was when Bob Marley was with us alive. You know, it is taken over. I mean, the bands from Australia and so on are really doing a lot of that. You know, but I'd like to get some conversation and maybe some questions. You know, we're gonna flash a number on the air, and maybe you have some questions to ask us here or the Pee-wees here. So feel free to call. And we'll hope that we can answer intelligently the way we feel about the music here, you know. Michael Fontana, show me a little bit of that shape of the haircut that you're doing there. What are you doing, Michael? Can you speak of
very
it?
close on the sides to show all her face and leaving as much fullness and volume on the tongue. She's a
Form. Something about what is going on is the blues, right?
Exactly. We're trying to combine hair with the music and the times.
Okay, what I have here is a fact that I'm going to pick up a telephone call. Someone is already calling, and I want to see what they have to say. Yes, you're on the air. You're on the air. Hello? I think it's something about the...
feedback.
Hello?
Hello.
You're on the air.
Hello.
Yes.
You hear me?
We hear you. Do you hear us?
I did hear you. You hear me?
I hear you. Can you hear us?
Yeah. Put my name down. Is it? My name is Tom Asan. Tom.
No, you gotta call at 7 o'clock. She's not here.
I know she's not here, but tell to her.
Okay, I think that is... Yes, you're on the air.
Yes.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Ask the question.
This is Tito.
Yes.
Yes, I'd like to have curly hair. What would you do to make it stand up like that?
Okay, the question is about hair, right? Okay, you want to know how we would make a curly hair stand up in that shape. You're talking about Michael's haircut, right? The haircut that he's doing on the young model, right? Well, a shape, something about a shape, the haircut that forms into that kind of a form, and it's almost like the idea of the pyramid. It stays in shape by the way the haircut is done.
Get out.
All right?
Hello?
You got it.
Wait up. Hello?
Thank you. Did you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, but hold on a minute. I want to ask you another question.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I love that girl that's there. And I also know her.
You know her?
Yes.
Well, that's great because she looks like she can be known by many people. I mean, that kind of face you would like to know, right?
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for the call.
calling.
Thank you. And your question, please. Yes. Super. Can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
I was wondering what your feeling was. This is about hair. Today, the styles are very punk in many instances. Sometimes you're walking down the street and people look like they stuck their hand in an electric socket. And, you know, their hair is just like wide out in the air.
Fine.
Suspended, or the colors are so bright and electric.
Great.
What is your feeling about this? It's so against nature.
Okay, well, it's really something about the feeling between nature and space, okay? Hair today is a total freedom, an expression of what we're feeling about things today. Nothing too controlled, nothing too set that it has to be a certain way. It is the freedom era, and this is what it's all about.
I think what you just said about space is really probably the dimension that the new hairstyles are in today. And the color does add something to our times, and I guess it's the look of the 80s. I wonder what's to come in the year 2000. I mean, you know, just 20 years from now, what do you perceive the look to be?
Well,
Think
okay.
that far in advance?
Well, let me say this. We try never to look that much far forward. We like to be able to deal with today and just slightly ahead, like maybe within the next 6 months to a year. So I would rather that we deal with hair today and whatever your needs are today.
Great. I'd like to stop in your shop and see if you could electrify my hair in some way.
Well, you come in and see our artistic team. There's John Farrow, Michael Fontana over here. And anytime, come in, you know, book an appointment, they'll be able to consult with you, of course. Thank you for your call.
It's a pleasure watching your wonderful show.
Thank you. Thank you again.
Bye.
Wonderful. Fred, you take this one.
Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Could you tell me, the young lady Michael is working on, does she have a permanent, or is that the natural curly
This
hair?
is a natural curly hair.
That's a natural cut. Yeah, it's her own hair.
This is Vincent, this is Barbara
Okay.
Playtop. Hi.
Barbara Platoff.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And I want you to know that that kind of style can be reproduced whether your hair is curly, straight, or wavy, you know, by adding
What
either
about a permanent?
a perm and a shape, you know, the cut itself in a shape. That can be reproduced.
Okay.
Okay.
Next time I come in, I can get it.
Thank you for your call.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, is anybody
Yes, you're
out
on the
there? Thank you for your call. Thank you very much. We usually enjoy a phone call that is directly involved in what we are doing, whether it's musically or beauty or whatever it might be your interest. But please do keep it within those limits. You know, we try not to get away from this factor. Now, what is the question?
Hello?
Yes.
I'd like to know about the style you were doing to the young lady's hair right now.
Okay.
I was thinking myself, my hair is about, it goes down to the, past my shoulders.
Okay.
Would that be appropriate for me to cut my hair and make it look like that?
Okay, here is my point on that. You know, styles today are becoming part of what music is about. You know, the young man here, Chris was telling me about the blues that they're into. And we are back to doing hair according to those eras of music. The blues, the Elvis, okay? And so definitely that your long hair could be cut into a shape to work within that idea there. And it'll be a lot easier.
Oh, I see.
Okay?
Who does your hair?
My hair. Well, you see, I like my hair long. That doesn't mean everybody has to wear long or short. It's an individual era, you know?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for your call.
Okay.
Fabulous. Bye-bye. Anybody else out there? Freddie, keep it on the next one. Yes, your answer.
Hi, I'm out there.
Your name, please.
I'm Russell.
Great. Tell me about what you want to know.
Let me see, what do I want to know?
About the show, anyway.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was interested. How long has the band been together?
Well, here they just answered before that they've been working together for about 6 months. But
Oh, really? That's great. So it's new.
yeah, and they're so young. You know, they're 16 years old, 15 years old, and they've been, you know, big, you know, in high school and all. So they're having a good time playing. You know, isn't that fabulous? What did you think of the music?
I thought it was interesting. I really like the guitar player.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
What about their look? You know, how they moved and so on?
Well, it's sort of hard to say because in a way I'm a musician myself, so
I see.
I just called up because I thought it was interesting. You know, it's different.
Great.
You know?
Great. Well, let me tell you this. We definitely interview bands before we put on the air. You know, so feel free, anybody that's listening, to contact us at 421-4810, and we will see what you can do and see if we can put you on the air. The fact is that we do not only put music on, it's a talent show, which takes in consideration all of the talents. Whatever someone might do that he feels is a talent, we want to see it, and then we can book it. So I thank you for your call and your bright answer and question. Fred, thank you very much. Michael, how you doing, by the way?
Fine.
Great. I think enough for call for tonight. You know, we're definitely coming towards the end. You want to do me a favor, show the back, because I really think it's very important to show how a severe haircut can look soft at the same time, just by the shape.
Soft, very nice shape.
Right,
Long
right.
and full on the front and the top. Look at those bones coming
Thank you, Mike. That looks very good. I think that Fred has just assigned me to one more phone call.
One more phone call.
So let's see where we can get it and one
Yes, your question, please.
Hi.
Hi.
Your name?
Very unchic to have long hair now. Every time I go into a beauty salon, they always want to cut my hair off.
I'll take that, Fred, again. Thank you. Everybody wants to cut your hair, right? Well, what we do in our salon, we first consult with the lady. We try to find out many things. For example, what is her lifestyle? Then what we feel about, has she worn long hair or has she worn short hair for a long time? And what is her feeling about going one way or the other? So rather than forcing anybody, we encourage for her to suggest. And then we would design something that suits her, whether it's long or short.
Is there anything new and chic in long hair now?
I think you can be chic if you're bald, basically, if you can carry it. If you can carry it.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as being chic only one way, you know? It's somehow of a behavior and a way you carry yourself. That's
It's
what
just that so many people now are going for the short haircut. It's not very different.
Well, every haircut is different. Every face is different, so we try to design according to those specifics. So I would definitely say that no haircut has to look like anybody else's hair.
That's true.
Even though it's short, or if you have long hair, that doesn't mean you look like anybody else.
Let me just add to this that even short hair, there's so many different variations of it for individuality that there's a large variation. So you can look sexy and attractive in any length of hair.
All right, I think I'll keep my long hair. Thank you.
Well, that's great, because you have to do it according to not only your own feeling, but the man that you're satisfying, okay? And if he feels that you look great in long hair, keep it, okay?
Well, I like my long hair.
That's important too.
Yeah.
Thank you for your call.
Thank you.
I want everybody to know that next week we're going to have one of those shows where we encounter having the superstar of hairdressing from Spain, you know, Mr. Luis Longuero will be here with us, and so on, and some makeup people from the city. So we have one of those shows that will be definitely of importance. We are wrapping up our segment here tonight with Nino Tassone on the piano, while we can see Michael Fontana showing his finished product. And that looks fabulous. By the way, I really want you to know, no wonder there was so much response on that, you know? Can you bring it forward? I like to be able to run my fingers, so would you mind? Follow me. Seth, you look so great. So nice to see you again. Has Michael done your hair all the time? Or is this
Always.
Always, yeah. You've worn it long, haven't you?
I had it long about 2 months ago.
Uh-huh.
For about a year and a half. And we just cut it all off.
And the responses have been very, very...
Great. Everybody loves it.
It looks great on you. Super. Just turn it a little bit, spin, right? And that's the Nardi t-shirt. Take a look at that. I mean, really, look at that whole big face in there. Wonderful. Thank you again, really, for being Michael. Thank you for doing such a fabulous job. You were wonderful, okay? Super. Thank you, boys. Tommy, Michael, and Chris, thank you very much. You were very good. Fred, thank you. Nino Tassone there. Fabulous. Thank you. Super.
Thank you. Grande.
Ah,
Very good boy.
this is fun. I think this is the end, right?
Non
Is it
guardate
still-
perché ancora sta, dammi la mano, perché ancora sta melodica.